तस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाखया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन् इति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा। Very very happy to be with all of you. Hari Hari. So what was the last sloka we were discussing? First canto, 18th chapter, I think it's 8th. 8th chapter, 29th sloka. So this is, I think, done. Naveda kaschit bhagavam chikirshitam. Taveha manasya nrinam vidambanam. So Krishna performs such, you can never misunderstand Narayana's pastimes. You can never misunderstand Lord Ram's pastimes. But Krishna's pastimes, yes. There is a huge scope of misunderstanding his pastimes because they are like human like pastimes, but done in a very extraordinary fashion. Yes, so that is what makes Krishna's pastimes vidambanam. Vidambanam means misleading. Misleading. Of course, definitely a person cannot imitate Krishna's pastimes, but still it is very misleading. It's not very easy to understand. So how is Lord Ramachandra? Yes, Lord Ramachandra. Lord Ramachandra is Sida. He stands straight. But how does Krishna stand? Krishna stands in threefold bending form. Yes. So some Vakta, some Bhagavatam speakers says, हमारे भगवान टेढ़े हैं. अब हमारे भगवान टेढ़े हैं means he stands in a very crooked fashion. Is not very easy to understand. Right? So Vidambanam, we discussed that. Nayasya kaschit daitosti karhishit. There is nobody who is dear to him. Dveshascha yasmin vishama matirinanam. And neither there is somebody who he is envies. Yes, he is equally merciful for everybody. Right? So he appears partial to devotees. All Brajvasis say that. Yes, Brajvasis say that. हमारे लाला टेढ़े हैं, हमारे कान्हा टेढ़े हैं. It's very right. So he appears to be somewhat partial to devotees, but actually he is not. He is impartial like the sun. We saw this example. Sun shines forth very equally on everybody, on every house, without any discrimination. The sun shines. But in order to accept that sun's mercy, one has to come out. One has to come out and accept the mercy. So similarly, we all have to endeavor to practice bhakti and thus accept the mercy of Krishna. Accepting the mercy of Krishna requires effort from our side. And that effort is to practice devotion service, sadhana. That effort one has to do. And the moment one takes that effort, yes, you will have a lot of blessings and mercy. Yes. Hari Bol. So moving on. So now Krishna's pastimes are something which is very bewildering. It is not very easy. It's misleading. Especially Ras Leela is something that people don't understand only. In fact, nobody can understand. So once I remember I was sitting in a class with my spiritual master and one person raised hand. Said, Guruji, newcomer. He was asked, Guruji, Swamiji, what is Ras Leela? My God. What is Ras Leela? He was asking very openly. What is this Ras Leela? And Maharaj looked at him. He looked at all of us. And he said, when Prabhupada was asked this question, what is Ras Leela? Prabhupada said very humbly that I am not qualified to speak about Ras Leela. Yes, I'm not qualified to speak about Ras Leela. That's what Prabhupada very humbly said. But actually, what Prabhupada meant was that you are all not qualified to hear about Ras Leela. The Ras Panchadhyaya is the most confidential aspect of Krishna's pastimes, which is often misunderstood. People ask, why did Krishna dance with other women? Oh, what was his age? Yes, he was 8 years old. Again, why did Krishna dance with other women, other men's wife? Of course, it was their desire to become his wife. Yes, and but Krishna was 8 years, the gopis were 11 to 12 years old. That was last Leela. At such a young, tender age, there is no conception of I, me, mine, lust. Nahi hai utna. Another thing we understand is Krishna danced, but with the soul of the gopis. The gopis were all lying at their homes, and their souls got up and came. So he danced with the souls. So it was a dance which was performed in a very pure pastime. Another thing we need to understand is the sages of Dandakaranya. Yes, with beards, big, big beards and dadis, jatas. Such sages, they had become gopis in Vrindavan. And their desire was to dance with Krishna. So if Krishna was dancing with dadi, sages with dadi, is there any problem? No, no problem. Gopis were, they were only gopis. Then where is the problem? Yes. So we understand this through many ways. Yeah. Okay. So next aspect. We go to Sloka number 30. So now Sloka number 30 speaks about the bewildering and contradictory nature. That's what. So Kunti Maharani has also spoken that ultimately, if there is some contradictory aspect, that's what does such contradictory aspects makes the Lord very sweet. Even Ishopanishad deals with that. Tad ejati tan ejati. Lord does not walk, he walks also. Tad dure tadavantike. He is far and is near. Tadu antarasya sarvasya tadu sarvasyasya bahyasah. So he is inside and he is also outside of everything. He is inside of everyone and he is outside of everyone also. Are these all statements contradictory? Yes or no? Tell me. Are these all contradictory? Yes, they are contradictory. But are they all true? Yes, all are true. Let us analyze. So, tad ejati, tan nejati. Lord walks, ejati, and nejati. He doesn't walk. How are these both true? Yes. How he walks doesn't walk. Both are true. Now you're going to see Jagannath. You can see Alankar Joshi Prabhu's DP behind. Yes, Jagannath. So Jagannath is walking? No, Jagannath is behind. He stands. DT stands in one place, but still, does he walk? You're going to see. He's going to walk in the cart, Rath Yatra, very soon. So as Paramatma, he stands in one place, in the heart of his devotees. He's situated there. But as Bhagwan, he moves. Ramanam Madhuram. His walk is also very sweet. Ramanam Madhuram, Gamanam Madhuram. Yes, he's roaming around, he's walking, everything is very sweet. Madhuradi Pati Akilam Madhuram. That is very sweet. Okay, then Tadure Tadavantike. How is far? Yes. By calculation, mathematical calculation, Golok Vrindavan. Very, very far. It is said the diameter of this universe is 4 billion miles. Correct? 4 billion miles is the diameter of this universe. So just this universe is 4 billion miles. Then there is Earth 10 times, the crust of Earth, which is 10 times Bhumi, which is 10 times that is 40 billion miles. Then there is water, there is fire, there is air, there is ether, there is Mahat Tattva, there is Mithya Ankar, like that. So 7-8 layers are there. And then like this, there is the entire material world. Crossing over it, the topmost planet is Golok Vrindavan. So you can imagine how far he is. Tad dure, but tad avantike. He is far from materialistic point of view. But for a deer, he is very near. For his dear devotees, is very, very Very near. For dear, he's near. Yes, for those who are very dear. Draupadi just called out, hey Krishna, hey Yadav, hey Dwarka Vasin, hey Gopi Channa Vallabh, and Krishna immediately was there. Yes, Krishna immediately was there. Gajendra called out, Narayana Kiloguru Bhagavan Namaste. Krishna was immediately there. He was not far. So Krishna is not far for his devotee, especially those who chant the holy name, because it is said, when you chant the holy name, Krishna dances on the tongue of the sincere chanter. Hari Bo. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So when you're chanting like this, Krishna is dancing on the tongue. Yeah. So he's there on the sincere chanter's tongue. So he's never gone far away. And even as Paramatma is very active and alert. So like this contradictory aspect of Supreme Lord is something that gives rise to his greatness. His greatness can be understood through that. Okay, all right. So we will now discuss the 38th sloka. Janmakarma cha Viswatman ajasya karturatmanah tiryan rishishu yadhushu tad atyanta vidambanam. Hare Krishna. Again, contradictory and misleading. What is that? Janma karma cha Viswatman. Hey Viswatman. What is she calling Krishna as? Vishwa ke Atma. Viswatman. Is Krishna Vishwa ke Atma? Yes. If you see the material world, the entire material world, the Atma of the material world is Mahavishnu. He is the only Atma, Paramatma of this material world. Okay. If you see this universe, who is the Paramatma of this universe? The Paramatma of this universe is Garbho Dakshaya Vishnu. Just because he is there outside the universe, he is there within the universe. He is the Paramatma of the universe. Okay. Then who is the Paramatma in heart of everybody? Shiro Dakshaya Vishnu. So like that, all three Vishnus. Material world's Paramatma, universe's Paramatma, and everybody's Paramatma. Three expansions of Vishnu. But ultimately, who is the soul of this entire universe? The whole universe. The soul, the person who is solely attracting the whole universe, that person is who? That person is Krishna. Krishna is the Vishwatman. Ata Janma Karmashu Vishwatman. O soul of the universe. Tad Atyanta Vidambanam. Very, very bewildering. Oh, what is bewildering? What is bewildering? See, you are Ajasya. Ajasya means what? What is the meaning of Ajasya? Ajanmasya. Short form is Ajasya. Jo janam lete nahi hai. Ja is a short form of Janma in Sanskrit. Like we have somebody called Shailaja. You heard his name, Shailaja? Who is Shailaja? Parvati. Shaila means mountain. Ja means Parvat ki putri. One who is taking Janma from Shaila or mountain is called Shailaja. Yes? So like that. So Ja means Janma. Tanuja. Somebody who is born from the body is Tanuja, the daughter. So similarly, Ajasya, you are not born. Yes. Many of them ask this question and think they have asked a very big question. If God created all of us, who created God? So this is one question that is commonly asked. If God created everyone, who created God? Bada tir mara. Who asked a very big question. Seems like that. Now, a person who didn't create anyone is called, who is not created by anybody is called God. Acha, then who created him? If somebody creates God, he becomes God, na? ऐसा तो होता है. So they think it's a big question. है ना? Who created God? अरे the person who's called Ajasya, Aja, जिसका कोई जन्म नहीं है. That was because even to create something you need one person, right? Minimum one person is needed to create something. Something cannot come out of nothing, and that person is called God. Sochi, it's a common sense. To create something, you need someone. Without that someone, you cannot create something. So the person whom who created everything, Janmadhyasya yataha, the beginning of Bhagavatam, that person is called God. So Krishna is called Ajasya. So Kunti Maharani, why she is bewildered? Ajasya, but you have Janma. It's very bewildering. You don't have any date of birth. Yes, but still you have Janma This is bewildering. Another thing that is love. Okay, he takes birth. He agrees to come to this material world and take birth out of compassion for his devotees. Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya chiduskritam dharma sansthapanataya sambhavami yuge yuge. So for that purpose, he takes birth. So Ajasya. Next, another meaning, another name of God is Akartuhu. Akartuhu means one who does not perform any activity. It's called Akartu. Yes, Krishna does. Actually, it is a fact. In spiritual world, Krishna does not have any work to do. Natasya karyam karanam cha vidyate. Natas samasya vidikascha vidyate. Parasya shaktir vividaiva shruyate. Swabhavaki jnana bala kriya cha. Yes. So what is the meaning of that? The meaning is Krishna natasya karyam karanam cha vidyate. Krishna does not have any work to do. Here in this world, we have to work hard. The meaning of this material world is parishram. The first thing that everybody has to do in this material world is parishram, working hard. But there is no work from home also. Yes, there is no concept for work from home. At home, what you do? At home, you are at home. There is nothing called work from home. So what is back to Godhead? Back home, back to Godhead. This work from home started after, of course, it was there before also, but prominently started after this pandemic. Everybody, what are you doing? I'm working hard from home. Yes, initially work from home, then working hard for home. Because bosses are so merciful that they added up our traveling time also. I said, see, you're not having any traveling time. So add up your traveling time and work that time also. So traveling time be add karke work from home along with traveling time. But normally in Vedic time, home means a place where you don't work. Yes, you may have some activities at home, but is that work? You work in office. At home, there is no work. So Golok Vrindavan is home of Krishna. It is not office of Krishna. Yes, so that's why Krishna is not in uniform. Krishna is not with any weapons. He is with flute. Does anybody go to office with flute? He has gone to office with guitar or flute. क्या समझेंगे लोग? कुछ तो कहेंगे लोग. If you go with flute to office, right? Imagine somebody taking flute, somebody taking guitar, somebody taking piano and keyboard and going to office. Yes, home is for relaxation, correct? Relaxation means it's not that you only keep sleeping. At home you have, yes, time pass. So Krishna does pastimes. Anything time pass that Krishna does is called pastimes. And the pastime that we do is called time pass. That is the difference between God and all of us. We do pastime, it's called time pass. Kuch nahi, waste. Whereas Lord does time pass, it is called pastime. Great. Correct? So his home, he is meant to relax. Akartu. He doesn't do any official work. But still, he does karma. What is this karma? So it is very, very bewildering. Yes. And not just the fact. Hey Bhagwan, Tiryak. Tiryak means animal. Sometimes you take birth as animal and do karma there also. Sometimes you take birth as human being. Sometimes in sages. Yahadahasu. Sometimes in water. This is very, very bewildering. Sometimes pani may be. Tad atyanta vidambanam. It's so very, very bewildering. I'm not able to digest it. Very bewildering. What does that mean? That means that Krishna is a person who appears as fishes, but he comes as Matsya avatar. But he's such a sweet fish that he plays along with other fish. Yes. See, just as Krishna comes as human beings, becomes the leader of everyone. Everybody becomes attracted to Krishna. He becomes the apple of eye of everybody. He plays with everyone and delivers everyone back to God. So similarly, when he comes as Matsya, he plays with all the fishes. All the fishes accept him as a leader. And all the fishes, very wonderfully, accept the Lord, and Lord takes all the fishes back to God. So similarly, when he takes birth in the family of tortoise, yes, Kurma Avatar. You may think Kurma Avatar means Samudra Manthan Leela. Nahi. Kurma Avatar mein khujli ho rahi thi. He was getting some khujli. Some scratch. He wanted some scratch in the back. So he requested Devata, demigod, kya karo? Thoda khujli karo mere liye. So then tuk 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 like that they were doing khujli for him. Ah, very nice. Peet pe khujli ho rahi thi, bas. Even if khujli is not happening, somebody is scratching your back, it feels nice, hai na? So that's what was being felt by Kurma Avatar. Khujli was so nice. Arey badhiya khujli ho rahi hai. And you're giving me relief. So that was happening. So in every avatar he comes, he becomes favorite of everybody and delivers that particular species. Correct? That particular species is delivered. Once Bhurijan Prabhu had gone to Mayapur. So Mayapur, Prabhupada, anybody coming to Mayapur, Prabhupada will not ask, how are you? How is your project doing? Prabhupada will ask, कितने आदमी लाए हो? कितने आदमी थे नहीं? कितने आदमी है? The famous movie dialogue is, कितने आदमी थे? But Prabhupada would ask, कितने आदमी है? कितने लेके आए हो? How many people have you brought from your center or from your place? Similarly, we also have Yatra in Mayapur. So His Grace Radheshyam Prabhu asks all of us, कितने बच्चे लाए हो? How many students have you got? Right? So Prabhupada also would be in the same mood. He would ask everybody, how many have you brought? So he asked Bhurijan Prabhu, yes, तुम्हारा area तो सबसे tough है. Yes, very tough area. Because in your area where you're preaching, people in that area eat whatever that walks, whatever crawls, whatever flies, whatever swims except human being. So you all can understand what area I'm talking about. Yes. That is the area where you're preaching. Dangerous. कुछ भी उठा के खा लेते हैं. मिल गया बस. Anything that flies, yeah. Done. Oh, digested. Anything that swims, उसको भी उठा के खा लिया. So they're least bothered. What is this? They'll not even find out. हम लोग तो पूछते हैं ना, सभ्य समाज मतलब पूछते हैं भाई क्या है ये? What is this? We ask. Yes, what is this? ये क्या है? What is this dish? लेकिन असभ्य समाज मतलब कुछ भी दिख जाए, कुछ भी, I mean, human नहीं है ना, खा लो, eat it. That's what happens. So there are people like this, Hare Krishna, and there is preaching going on in such place also. तो ऐसी जगह से प्रभुपाद मैं एक बंदा लेके आया हूँ. This person said, I got one person, and Prabhupada said, glorious. कितना राउंड करता है? He said, Prabhupada is not yet very 4-8 round. Prabhupada called him. Prabhupada asked him, so you will take initiation? And he was bewildered. क्या है ये initiation? Diksha क्या है? Many of our devotees don't know what is initiation Diksha. So he absolutely, he looked at Bhurijan Prabhu. Bhurijan Prabhu was bewildered, shocked. He never thought Prabhupada would ask such a question. Then Prabhupada asked, will you follow 4 regs? Prabhupada explained him what is 4 regs, what is 16 rounds, and announced his initiation next day. And he got initiated. And Prabhupada said, the entire, just like one sandalwood tree will give fragrance to the entire forest. One sandalwood tree gives fragrance to the entire forest. Like this one Chinese boy has made the entire Chinese dynasty, the Chinese race glorious. Hari bol. So like that he chanted. Prabhupada told these Chinese people, they will be the last to take to Krishna consciousness. But when they take it, they will be the best. They'll be the best. Yeah, because they're very good at copying. And spiritual life is all about copying. Mahajano yena gata sa panta. Yes, you simply have to copy the Mahajanas, you are successful. उसमें बहुत माहिर है वो, अच्छे से कॉपी करेंगे, right? So similarly, Lord comes in that particular dynasty, like fishes. That dynasty is delivered. So Lord comes as that Chandan in the dynasty. So it's very bewildering. Janma lete hain. Are you take birth as fish and you perform activities also like fish? Very bewildering, very bewildering. You take birth, you see Krishna's pastimes as God. It's very, very bewildering. Just 1 minute. Huh? I'll show you something. I know we're streaming on YouTube. It's against YouTube laws to show YouTube video, but no problem. क्या होगा? We are not monetizing.
अपनी मधुर बांसुरी बजाते रहो। ये संगीत सुनकर मुझे कठिन कार्य में भी आनंद आता है। नहीं। दूध। मैं दूध नहीं बनाती मेरे कान्हा, गायें दूध बनाती हैं। मैं तो मक्खन निकाल रही हूँ। दूध। दूध। ओह, तुम्हें दूध चाहिए? मेरे कान्हा को भूख लगी है। भूख लगी। तो तुम पेट भर के दूध पियो मेरे लल्ला। तुम यहीं रुको, मैं अभी आती हूँ। हाँ, मैं आ गई बेटा। ओह कृष्णा, मैं जानती हूँ तुम छिप रहे हो, परंतु तुम्हें मुझसे डरने की जरूरत नहीं है कन्हैया। मेरी हड्डियाँ फोड़ने के लिए मैं तुम्हें नहीं डांटूंगी। कृष्णा, कृष्णा, क्या तुम लोगों ने कृष्णा को कहीं जाते हुए देखा है? नहीं यशोदा मैया।
Supreme Personality of Godhead. What is he doing? Yes, what was all bewildering? What can be bewildering? First of all, doesn't know how to play the flute. No, he tried to play flute like this. I'm adding my answer. I was trying to play the flute like this, and later on he makes it all right. The Supreme Lord doesn't know flute is meant to be played like this. Hungry? भगवान को भूख लगी है? Come on, how can God feel hungry? Even there are devotees of Lord who are doing Nirjal fasting on Ekadashi. Hare Krishna, how can he get hungry? Playing with monkeys, no eating etiquettes. What is this? भगवान को कैसे खाते हैं? And playing with monkeys, monkeys को दे रहे हैं like a child. Yes, how can he do this? So it's very beautiful, especially when you think it's God. Yes, when you call him as God. God is great. But either kidhar great? We're not able to see anything great about this God, but it's very sweet. Yes. The sweetness is the great aspect of the Lord. The greatness aspect. The greatness aspect of Lord is his sweetness. That is what is bewildering. He's scared of mother, Bhagya. Yes, he killed big demon. He killed 12 miles long Putana, but he's scared of maybe 5 feet Yashoda Mai. Yes, where is 12 miles? Where is 5 feet? He's scared of mother. Bhagya. Wahan se. He's not scared of monkeys, but he's scared of mother. What is this? So these things are all bewildering. And this is what exactly is the next verse that is being spoken by Mother Yashoda, our Kunti, about Yashoda Maya. गोप्याददे त्वयि कृतागसि दाम तावत् याते दशाश्रुके किलाञ्जन सम्भ्रमाक्सम् वक्रं निनीय भयभावनया स्थितस्य सा मां विमोहयति भीरपि यद्बिभेति. Okay. Finally, so I think we'll have to complete because the same in continuation of this only. The next pastime.
पकड़ लिया. कृष्णा मेरे प्यारे बच्चे, मैंने ऐसा क्या कर दिया? यदि तुम मुझसे ही डरने लगोगे उस मैया से जो तुम्हें सर्वाधिक प्रेम करती है तो कैसे चलेगा?
काला बादल.
हाँ, मुझे भी किसी संकट का आभास हो रहा है और तुम भी कुछ कम संकट नहीं खड़े करते हो, परंतु मैं जानती हूँ कि तुम्हें संकट से कैसे दूर रखना चाहिए. अब चुपचाप यहाँ खड़े रहो, मैं तुम्हें बांध देती हूँ. मैंने तो ये रस्सी नाप कर काटी थी. अब इतनी लंबी ठीक है.
बांधना नहीं.
अब ये अवश्य पूरी हो जाएगी.
नहीं बांधो.
मुझे नहीं पता ये कैसे संभव है मेरे नन्हे कृष्ण. कदाचित तुम्हें बंधन पसंद नहीं, इसीलिए मैं तुम्हें बांध नहीं पा रही. कहो यही बात है ना? ये तुमने कैसे किया?
ठीक है, बांधो.
अब अच्छे बच्चे की तरह रहना और रोना नहीं. मैं अपने कार्य पूरे करके अभी आई.
माँ, मैया.
Yeah, we know what is going to happen next. So this is the pastime which is described by teacher our Kunti, Queen Kunti. Gopya dade twayi kritagasi. Kritagasi means you performed the offense of breaking a pot. Correct? You broke the pot, kritagasi. So what did Gopya dade twayi damatavad? To tie you up, Gopi, that is Yashoda Maiya, she took up what? She took up dam. Dam le liya, dam. Dam means rope. Damodar means a person whose belly is bound by rope. It's called dama udar. Yate, that time what did you do? Yate dasha ashru kalila. Your entire, आपकी दशा कैसे हो गई? दशा is situation. Ashru kalila. You're crying like a small child. And as a result of that, what happened? Anjana is the ointment. Sambhramaksham. Your ointments were wiped out and your entire aksham, eyes were completely sambhrama. They were disturbed. And vakram niniya bhava bhavanaya. Vakra, your face was completely filled with the expression of bhaya bhavanaya, with fear. Vakram niniya bhava bhavanaya stitasya. You're situated completely. And seeing this, what happened? Samam vimohayati bhir. Samam vimohayati. I am bewildered by this pastime. Samam vimohayati. I am bewildered. Bhir api yad bibiti. See, you are a personality whom even fear. Bhir api bibiyati. The fear personified is fearful of Krishna, and you're fearful of mother. You are fearful of being tied up. What is this? This is very bewildering. Got it, na? Beautiful sloka. Gopyada de tvai krita dasidama dhavat yate dasashrashu kalilanjana sambhramaksham vakram niniya bhava bhavanaya stitasya sama vimohayati bhirapi yad vibheti. Beautiful sloka. So this is a one video. It is said one picture is equal to 1,000 words and one video is equal to 1,000 pictures. So I didn't have to speak much. Automatically, we all could see this particular video of little Krishna and we could understand that this is very bewildering. Kaisa hai ye? So two translations somebody can read. Yeah.
Of course, it is bewildering, O soul of the universe, that you work.
Yeah.
Of course, it is bewildering, O soul of the universe. You work though you are inactive, and that you take birth though you are the vital force and the unborn. You yourself descend amongst animals, men, sages, and aquatics. This is very bewildering.
Please continue.
My dear Krishna, Yashoda took up a rope to bind you when you committed an offense, and your perturbed eyes overflooded with tears, which washed the mascara from your eyes, and you were afraid, though fear personified is afraid of you. Though fear personified is afraid of you. The sight is bewildering to me.
So this is what is very, very bewildering pastime. She gave an example also. So very, very bewildering Leela. Damodar month has a special significance. We'll discuss more that time. We'll discuss this Leela in great detail in Damodar month. It's auspicious to light up diya. Why? There is a reason. There's a reason to light the lamp. Correct? So we are going to. Can you please tell? You want me to tell now only? And how will you relish that time? I'll tell you. Briefly, I'll tell. This particular Leela started in the morning but concluded in the evening when it was dark. So when the Yamal Arjuna trees fall, that time all the Vrajvasis together come with the diya, with the lamp. They all come to see what happened to Krishna, to see where he got hurt. That's why they show the lamp in that mood. Where Krishna got hurt, where did Kana get hurt? So they were offering the lamp in that particular mood. And how? In what mood we offer lamp? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Counting 7 times. किसी ने बता दिया 7 बार करना है. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Those of them who know more details, they know 4, 2, 3, 7. 4 for the lotus feet, 2 for the lotus navel, 3 for the lotus feet, and 7 for the entire body. So 4, 2, 3, 7. 4, 2, 3, 7. So they do like that. Hari Hari.
प्रभु जी, पर ये मालूम भी नहीं रहता है एक्चुअली.
क्या
मालूम नहीं रहता. आपने बताया तो समझ में आया कि ऐसे करना चाहिए.
Yes, they don't tell na. Everyone घुमाते हैं. Prabhupada was ultimate. Initially when the newcomers, they asked Prabhupada, what do we do with the fire? They didn't know. So Prabhupada told, you rotate. So how long? Till the time your hand pains. So they kept rotating. हाथ जब तक दर्द नहीं होता तब तक करते रहे. And then to start paining. Oh, Prabhupada, Swamiji, it's paining hand. What to do? Give it to the next fellow. Hare Krishna. That's what happened. Next sloka. Kechidahuraham jatam punyashlokasya kirtaye yado priyasyanu अन्वयाये मलयस्येव चंदनम. Hari bol. Kechid ahur. I already gave this example. But Kechid ahuhu ajam jatam. Some people say Kechid ahu. कुछ लोग कहते हैं. Now what is Kunti Maharani going to do from this section? Although she has told Janma karma Cham Viswatman, Vidambanam. How I am with very, you are Ajasya, but you do take Janma. So now what she is going to do? She is going to give a several list of people's opinion why Krishna takes birth. Yes, why Krishna has to appear, why Krishna takes birth. So several opinions she is going to take. So Kechid Ahur. That means some people say Ajam Jatam, that unborn is born, Punya Shlokasya Kirtaye. He is born for the glorification of great pious king. To glorify the great pious king. Which pious king did Krishna want to glorify? Yadoho. Yadu. Who is the pious king? Yadu. Who is Yadu's father? Anyone knows? Who is Yadu's father? Let's see. Google नहीं. याद है तो बताओ. आता है तो बताइए. Don't go to Google. Google will make it vidambanam. They'll bewilder you. Yayati Maharaj. Correct. So Yayati Maharaj had been cursed. He had been cursed to become old and invalid. So that time Yayati Maharaj, he was given by curse by his own father-in-law. Now this is another pastime we'll reserve for Jewels of Bhagavatam. We'll take this pastime that time. Yes, we'll discuss this in great detail. The point is he was cursed by his father-in-law for some reason. Later on, father-in-law understood that I have cursed him to become old man, but whom did I indirectly curse? I have cursed my own daughter. So kya karu? So then he told, okay, all right, you can go and exchange your old age with somebody. Try to exchange with your sons. So he has 5 sons. The eldest son is Yadu and the youngest son was Puru. Now from Yadu and Puru, so they were the eldest and the youngest son, and between 3 were Badmash sons. So first Yayati goes to Yadu and says, please exchange age with me. Yadu denies. And the main reason Yadu denies is because he knew that Krishna later on will come in my family and Krishna will be called as Yadunandan. How many of you heard this name? Yadunandan. So Krishna came to glorify Yadunandan. So Krishna will be called as Yadunandan. So that is why I will not give my old age, because this fellow will be. If I get old age, then how will I produce children? I will not get married. I will not produce children. My Vamsha will not be there. So I will not give my father. So Yadu was glorified. There are other 3 sons. The younger sons, the younger brothers who were there, they also said, father will not give. But they said no because they were attached to sense gratification. On the other hand, Puru gives the old age. Now when we ask Puru gave old age, then how were Pandavas born? Because Pandavas were Puru Vamshis. Puru se wo Kuru ban gaya. Kuru Vamshis. Then Kaurav. So their ancestors was Puru. And if Puru gave the old age, then what? Later on he gets it back also. Yayati realizes his mistake. Oh, he realizes too much. Well, I'll give back the youth of Puru and I will take back the old age and go to take sannyas. Yayati becomes self-realized later on by the grace of Ambrish Maharaj. By hearing Ambrish Maharaj Katha, he develops pure bhakti and thus he develops natural detachment and he gives up. So there's a story we'll discuss definitely. But the point is, Puru and Yadu. Puru accepted and is worshipped because he followed principle. The other 3 elder brothers of Puru, they refused. They said no, but they are criticized. In Bhagavatam calls them useless fellows. But Yadu also refused his father. He refused to obey father. Then why is he glorified? Because his purpose was spiritual. His purpose was Krishna conscious. He wanted Krishna to appear. So he knew, Kechidahur Ajam Jatam. Ajam Jatam Punya Shlokasya Kirtaye. The great pious king Yadu, to glorify him, some people say, Priyasya Yadu, the dear Yadu. Yadu is so dear to the heart that you became Yadunandan. And what is the analogy given here? Malayasya Iva Chandanam. In the Malaya Hills is glorious. But when Chandan is there in Malaya Hills becomes more fragrant and more glorious. So we already saw this, no? The appearance, somebody is called as Kula Bhushan. Have you heard this word? Kula Bhushan? Yeah, Kula Ratnam. Yes, or Raghu Kula Tilakam. Kula Tilak. Kul ke Tilak. Kul Bhushan. Kula Ratnam. All these words you hear. So Krishna glorified the Yadu Kul. He wanted to glorify Yadu. That's why he took part in Yadukul. Lord Ram wanted to glorify Raghu. Ek Raghunandan, dusra Yadunandan. So to glorify that Vamsh, yes, Raghunandan and Yadunandan, they came as both of them. So that is one of the reasons. One reasons why Krishna appeared. Kunti Maharani is stating. She's just giving the reason. Just like sandalwood appears in Malaya Hills. Yeah, somebody can read. Or else what we'll do, we'll discuss all the reasons and then you read one by one. Second reason. Apare vasudevasya devakyam yachitobhyagat ajastvam asya shemaya vadaya cha suradvisham. Another reason. Apare. दूसरे लोग कहते हैं, others they say, what they say, apare vasudevasya devakyam yachitah. Vasudeva and Devaki yachitah. They prayed. Vasudeva and Devaki prayed. It is a fact. Initially, Vasudeva and Devaki is the previous birth were Prishni and Sutapa. In that previous birth, they were Aditi and Kashyap. Actually, it's Prishni, Sutapa, Aditi, Kashyap, and then Devaki and Vasudeva. So, as Prishni and Sutapa, that time, Krishna, he appears there. They pray to Krishna because they want Krishna as their son. Yachitaha. And Krishna delays in giving blessing. And Shastras say if you delay in something, you have to give 3. Suppose somebody asks, samosa lao. He may expect 1 samosa. But suppose you're delaying to get the samosa, you're supposed to give 3. Yeah, this is the rule. Yes, just like some pizza, pizza corner or some pizza Domino's. If you delay, they give for free. Free mein de dete. More than half an hour, then you give for free. Whereas Vedic law is if you delay in offering some service, you have to offer it 3 times. So Krishna delayed in becoming the son, so he agreed to be their son in 3 births. Yes, Prishni Garbha, Vamana, and finally as Krishna himself. Correct? He comes. So this is one reason. Apare, other people say, Vasudevasya devakyam yachito abhyagat. So for the yachana puri karne ke liye abhyagat, you took birth. Ajastvam, although you are unborn, shemaya, for what purpose you take birth? Shemaya, for the welfare. Shemaya means, actually there are 3 things. There is 3 things which are mentioned in Shastras. Mangalani cha bhutanam, shemaya cha bhavaya cha. Okay. The Lord's appearance itself is very mangalani. Why it's mangalani? Because all auspiciousness is generated. Second thing that happens is shemaya. Shemaya means spiritual welfare. And bhavaya means material welfare. Mangalani cha bhutanam, shemaya cha bhavaya cha. Bhagavatam says that. So, Shemaya means for the welfare, the spiritual welfare of devotees. That is another reason why Krishna appears. For the spiritual welfare of devotees. Because when Lord appears, we get some content. Correct? Otherwise, Lord does so many things in spiritual world. We have no access to that. Correct? There is no access. But when he comes to material world and he performs pastimes, we all get content to discuss. We all get content. See now, if Lord Ram wanted, what he would have done? Okay, found out. Ravana, done. Ravana abducted Sita, finished. In mind only, Lord will kill Ravana. Khatam. Ravan khatam. Finished. Then Jatayu wouldn't have got chance to serve. The Vanaras wouldn't have got chance to serve. Hanuman wouldn't have got chance to jump across Lanka and get. The Nal Neel wouldn't have got chance to build a bridge. Sugriva and his army wouldn't have got chance to fight. Vibhishan wouldn't have got any chance to surrender and become devotee. And Ramayana will end in one sloka. Ravana, who is a demon, tried to kidnap Sita. Rama, who is in the heart of everyone, killed Ravana and he had heart attack. Iti Ramayana. Finished. Khatam. Ramayana ek slok mein khatam. Similarly, Krishna and Arjuna standing on the battlefield. Arjun says, Krishna, I don't want to fight. Krishna takes chakra and says, okay dear, don't fight. You go do sadhana, I'll take care. He takes chakra and kills everyone. Ek shlok mein Bhagavad Gita khatam. Mahabharat khatam, ek shlok mein. Finished. So when Lord performs Leela, there is content. We get Krishna conscious content. We get spiritual content to do smaranam. And we also will have nothing to read. Prabhupada reading? What Prabhupada books to read? Nothing is there. Lord killed everyone with chakra. Nothing to read, nothing to discuss. Srimad Bhagavatam study circle, one session, khatam. One time program. Will not be having weeks after week such wonderful discussions and sessions. Correct, no? So, Shemaya, for the spiritual welfare, benefit, my devotees will get something to remember. And Vadaya cha Suradvisham. And also Suradvisha. Sura means what? Sura means demigods. Suradvisha means dvesh, envious. So those envious of the demigods are called Suradvisha. So to kill, Vadaya, to kill the Suradvisha. In one sense, Krishna doesn't kill, Krishna delivers. In fact, it's welfare for them also. It's welfare for even the Suradvishas. By killing them, he sends them to Brahmajyoti. Anyone who dies from Krishna's hands, his weapons, they all minimum position that they get is Brahmajyoti. That means their material and spiritual, pious and impious karma activities, everything is nullified. Their punya and papa is all nullified. They get liberated. That is the minimum stage that they reach. Suradvisham. Amazing, right? But that is purpose. Okay. One more purpose we'll read and we'll conclude. And the other purposes we'll take in the next class, and then we'll revise all the purposes by reading. Okay? Bharavataranaye bhuvonava ivodadau siddhantya bhuri bharena jato yatma bhuvartitaha. Okay. So what is the next? Bharavataranaaya. See, Bhuvo. Bhuvo means earth. Yes, Bhuva means earth. Nava ivodadadu. Nava ivodadadu. So there's a boat. There's a huge boat that comes to the sea. In one sense, the sea is also suppressed. Yes or no? The sea water becomes a little suppressed, pressed. When the boat is pressed on the sea water. So Nava ivodadu. It is said. Nava or the boat, when it is placed udadhu on the sea, then what happens? Sidayanti. Sidayanti. There is aggrievement in the waters. Bhuri, extremely. Bhuri bharena jata. So earth was burdened. Yes, the earth was burdened. Very much burdened. By what? By the demoniac population. Bhar avataranaya. So to relieve this burden, Krishna appeared on the prayer of whom? Atma Bhuva, Brahma. Atma Bhuva Artitaha. Brahma had taken Shiva, Indra, all the demigods, everybody, and went to Shwetadeep. He went to Shwetadeep and he prayed, did a sadhana intensely. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Intensely he prayed, please come, please come. Then the Lord appeared. Correct? The Lord appeared as Krishna. So this is another version. Another reason for Krishna to appear is he has appeared to diminish the burden of this world. Jayati Jayati Deva, Devaki Nandanoyam, Daichi Jayati Krishna, Vrishni Vamsa Pradeepa. Jayati Jayati Mega Shamala Komalango, Jayati Jayati Prithvi Bhara Nasho Mukundo. This is the second sloka of Mukunda Mala Stotra. So the last line says, Jayati Jayati, all glories to whom? Prithvi Bhara Nasho Mukunda. One who reduced the burden of the earth. There's a pastime of Trivakra. You know who Trivakra? Trivakra means a lady who was bent at three places. So Krishna saw her. He joked with her. Actually, this Trivakra was the maid servant of Kamsa who used to provide different varieties of ointments and scents. Trivakra. So Krishna looked at her and he described her with three things. He called her, oh, you are a young, tall, and beautiful girl. That's how he called her. But actually she was a short, hunchbacked, ugly looking old woman. That was her actual description. But Krishna called her, oh, tall, young, beautiful girl. And then he actually, he called her and he told her, give us some ointments. So what did she do? She very nicely painted Krishna with yellow ointment and Balram with blue ointment, the color of the dhoti matching. Like that, she painted the scented ointments that she applied on Krishna and Balram without any fear of Kamsa. She did not think, अरे मैं इसको लगा दूंगी, ये तो कंस का दुश्मन है. He's the enemy of Kamsa. And Kamsa realizes that I have applied ointment on body of Krishna Balram, who are his deadliest enemies. How will he feel? He will give me Mrityudan. She never feared even a bit. She immediately applied the ointment. And Krishna also, what did he do? Krishna placed his feet on top of Trivakra's feet, took his two index fingers on her neck, and chak karke he jerked. As soon as he jerked, Trivakra Kubja became a very beautiful girl. Was tall, beautiful, and young. All three in one. ऐसा कैसे? ऐसा ही होता है. भगवान ऐसे ही करते हैं. Why did I tell you this pastime? Because this pastime signifies Kubja is actually the overburdened earth. The overburdened earth is Kubja. And Krishna came and performed this pastime to tell that I, Prithvi Bhara Nasho Mukundo, I have come here to destroy the burden of the earth and to make you again very beautiful, again tall, and again young. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. It was very nice being with all of you. I took 5 minutes extra because we started 5 minutes extra. But it was a very wonderful session being with all of you. We will continue this session and wish you all once again a very, very happy Ekadashi. In a few minutes, I'll have to travel to a college program. So I'm proceeding ahead, needing all of your permission. Hari Bol. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Granth Raj Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai.